least, so you're not missing out on too much in Pudge. But a couple of items can jungle fairly well. One of the faster junglers in that mid-game timing, as long as you've got the protective item. The Vanguard's going to be the big one for Natsumi.
Natsumi, here we go again. Lift up, but Heavenly Grace is going to be there. AU does save the day. Hook was out by Natsumi, but does not connect. That might create an opening. If Talon can find a way to make it happen in bot lane, there is going to be a rotation. They are going to find that opening eventually. Makoto, he's going to rush forward. Force, he'll be the target on the Viper. But can they get him? With the Avalanche, you bet your ass they can. Toss him up, take him out. That'll be first blood to go the way of Savage. And it's a very smart play from Talon. You know the Omni Knight has no TP. He cannot come down to the bot lane. Makoto notices that. He takes full advantage.
And that's what you need to see out from Talon. Just kind of find a way to open up the map a little bit more for Savage when the opportunity presents itself. He still had a good time farming, but he's had to focus a lot on the denies as well to slow down Force's lane, which has been massive. I mean, look at all the denies from Talon. 18 on KP, 7 does have Dismember. He has a way of kind of playing just by himself, and although down bot.
Davius trying to get aggressive with the dispose, but Tombstone's going to be dropped high, seeing an opening. Force the rebound out, but Makoto's there, looking to cut him off. Avalanche will land. A toss, not out yet, but they don't need it. Makoto will just get the job done with the right clicks, as now Force is in danger. Force the TP's out from Polaris. Get something out of this surely for the Dire, but Hyde's just walking away. Poison attack is there. Hyde, he'll try for a TP, but it's not going to be enough. Underestimating the poison damage of the Viper. And I believe one of the decay stacks ended up wearing off.
It's held by Q.
He's going to break the smoke. Natsumi, he could still try, but Makoto's right around the corner along with KP. They'll still move in, but there's a big avalanche to come out. Makoto, he's setting up a really nice fight as the Como no Mi pulverized from KP into the onslaught. AU, he's still going to show up. They're going to keep going. They got Savage down as well. Lelouch took him out on the Morphling as they find another. 3 down for Talon. How did Savage die in all this? Up at top lane, he got soloed by Lelouch.
Yeah, I mean, you get caught off guard. He was playing under vision, which Hyde just takes care of now.
Oh, even Lelouch with the BKB is going to feel very strong at the moment. Talon, not too weak themselves, but they haven't had much success in the previous team fights. Now, the side of Polaris, they've been very smart to back off every time they see that Tombstone drop. You just never want to fight within it. A Savage now. Rebound is there. Light Strike Array out. He is strength morphing, but he's comping so much damage, and he goes to the right side.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know if that's a misclick. I don't know if he was trying to juke them out, but I suppose he was in dire straits, and that'll be Savage going down again.
Yeah, he's just trying to find farm at Polaris. They know what Talon wants to do. They've played against this style of Talon of trying to stall out, trying to farm up in that hyper carry. Now they're punishing really well. Into the Roshan they go. Doesn't take too long for this objective to melt with the output they have. They're going to have that secondary life up on Natsumi or...
Savage, not doing too bad in the farm department, is still 3rd in net worth, but now is being chased down by Xavius. TP immediate, Lelouch, Light Strike Array, always hair off. Half a second away. Now Hook mid lane, they've got Hyde on the Undying. Onslaught is there, trying to help him out. Natsumi, he's just such a tanky boy. He is taking no damage. He'll still find Hyde. Tombstone will go the way of Force. And they are not slowing down Polaris. They want to keep going. They want a tier 2 mid tower. They'll save the siege creep. And in we go. Even with the shards up on Force, it's going to be some quick structures to go down here for Polaris.
They've got the output. Sidekick up on Lelouch. They just melt objectives.
Savage. He gets stunned up again. Adaptive. Force is right behind. Lelouch will keep the chase going. This time around, though, surely Savage can wave form out. Light Strike Array, though, is going to land. Force, he's on the chase. KP shows up now. He's forced to save the day. Try to TP out. He should make it and does. Savage is still around. Pings are out. They seem to know. He'll waveform towards the north. Xavius, he's going to have a look around. Rebound was so close. Courier, the Courier, it's going to see him. They know he's there in the tree line. Savage is not making it out. KP, he tried so hard. He tried so hard to save Savage. It's just going to mean nothing, though. Polaris, they can smell the Morphling in the tree line.
Oh, man, they get such good plays out. The Courier micro for the vision.
To try and really force it back their way.
They've really just got the stall for Savage and Mikado now. This Midas build up, it just means they're looking home. They got a toss back here.
They do. There's your pulverize out once again. It is onto the Viper. Force, he will melt. Maybe this is the team fight. Onslaught, KP, he'll land on 2. AU, he might drop and does. In fact, Xavius, he's not making it out either. A great team fight set up there. KP on the Primal Beast doing a fantastic job. And Talon,
they lose a little fight. It doesn't make the biggest dent in their net worth lead. And it's still Talon with their backs against the wall. This is still not a good game for Talon at all, though.
yeah, they do find Hyde, but AU does get caught out as well. Still Mikoto, he's a big target. He has no way out of this. Dispose, dismember, hold him down. And Natsumi, you got a taste for Ox this game, John. They do move in onto Q. The Rubik is going to... Rotations in from Polaris, but it doesn't seem like they have a smoke to use. In fact, Xavius is holding one. Meanwhile, KP, top side, has been caught. Lelouch once again, right on target with the Light Strike Array, and Natsumi does follow up with the hook. KP trying to do his best.
Got to find some risk to take that pays back for them here. Polaris, smoke out, just on the hunt, and blink up on Natsumi, full Shiva's up. Really nothing to scare this Pudge. Natsumi's just massive. Even though he doesn't have the most flesh heap stacks, there's just no output in Talon. Talon, for their part, now going for their own smoke with a Scotty fully up again, looking for that Gambit here. Question is whether or not they find anyone from Polaris. They don't have forward wards on Talon, so it's pretty blind as far as these smokes go, and they just have no clue where Polaris is standing. They have complete control on the map so far.
Are they going to try and sneak Roche? Talon, they're hanging around the pit. They'll get their wards down. They're trying to force a positive team fight. They see the Viper. Of course, he wouldn't be a bad target for Kodo. He'll jump in. Natsumi, though, right there to try and help out. The Viper, Force dropping. There's your Guardian Angel. It's not going to be enough. They've got the Viper down. No buyback available. Now Savage. He's way too deep. The damage is too high. He's gone. Oh, Savage, he went right in the middle. Lelouch and Xavius take care of him as now KP's gone to boot. Hyde, he's falling apart as well. That'll be a triple kill for Lelouch on the Lena.
Oh no. There was a blast rig from the Midas usage there as well, and that was that's just unfortunate. Mikado, he's not even safe here.
He is not. Always feels real bad when you lose a neutral item like that, and there's nothing going the way of Talon right now. It's a 12k advantage. Polaris, they have Roshan open. They'll move right into the pit. Nothing to stop them. Such a dominant performance thus far.
He's on a tiny. He's going for the Axe build up next as well. So you do have some long-range damage coming through from Mikado, but you'll need a damage steroid to really feel the brunt of that damage output. Like, you're gonna need a Daedalus after that, and that's just so much farm with so little space to get that done.
You might not have the time right now. Polaris, they're moving in high ground. They don't want to waste any time. They've got a double damage on Lelouch. Half its duration still left. Look at that tier 1 tower. Or tier 3 rather. They do get a toss in. Xavius will get a dispose. Savage is going to run. Guardian Angel was caught. In fact, they are moving in pretty deep. Hyde and KP are both gone. That's 2 down. They both have buyback though. So Hyde, he'll commit. KP, he will hold out. But Polaris, they are not backing off. Buyback or not, they will stick around for the mid lane of Barracks. They might even go for more now. Tier 3 bottom tower. With the sidekick and the DD rune, it's so much damage from Lelouch. Can they deal with it? Natsumi, he'll make the jump in. A 3-man rebound. Xavius, he sets up perfectly. This is not looking good. Talon is in such big trouble. Force the buyback on KP. But there's only 2 heroes left here for Talon. And Polaris, they can go right for Megas. All lanes are open. There are no T2 towers standing. I don't see why you back off. Polaris, they'll go all the way for this.
Yeah, no reason to. They've just got such great front lines with Pudge, Viper so durable. You can't even put a dent onto Lelouch with how far away he's hitting. And Talon, they have no big play. Smoke out, buybacks are coming through. They've got to get a toss back into base, it feels like, to even have a chance here.
Yeah, it's happy death time though, John. It's happy death time. Talon, don't look too happy about it. Polaris, in fact, they're not backing off. They're going to force another fight. They know there's no buybacks left on Talon. They've got a huge advantage. Dispose is there. KP, this could be the dieback. Makoto will try to help out. KP barely able to onslaught away, but now Makoto, he might be targeted. They call it. GG. Game 1 to go the way of Polaris Esports. And Talon, I'll be frank, John, this game 1 didn't even look close. Polaris, they were all over them.
They dance around the side of Talon. Talon tried to go back into the slower style.
It can be a little bit awkward. In fact, hold that thought, because Disruption is there to set up once again. Force is being chased by Q. Fisher not out yet, and the TPs are incoming. Instead, they'll try on to Xavius, but AU's going to TP in, and now the turnaround. A 3-man rebound. Xavius, he might drop, but he's setting up a kill onto Q. Still running. That's fine at Korea. We'll leave it be. Purification out. Xavius breaking some ankles, but it's not going to be enough. He will drop. AU now on the chase is Savage. He's not done yet. Pounces there onto the Omni Knight. A lot of Essence shift stacks being taken. Hyde's there with the Disruption. This should be another, and AU will drop, but now Hyde. He will give another kill back the way of Force. And the one big problem I see about those the Talon, as long as this Slark is hitting creeps, they are happy, but Polaris are getting warmed up in this offlane.
They're getting started, and their lineup is already geared for aggression. Nice block, though.
Makoto, he's here. Rolling Thunder, he'll try to salvage. Force, not going to get that free lane he wanted. Makoto with a very strong rotation. Something they weren't quite expecting, and they will be able to secure a kill this time, PQ on the Earthshaker. Problem is, mid-tier 1 is being forced in now. Polaris, they've got a siege creep. So the timing isn't exactly perfect here from Talon, as you give up a bit of damage the way the tier 1 mid tower. But Lelouch is not giving up either. He keeps going, but Makoto is going to be able to just take care of the creep wave. But in the meantime, Natsumi ends up going down. KP able to set up. In comes Q with the Fisher, landing on 2 heroes. And Force looks like he's just going to go for Q instead. Q just moving right forward, just saying, take my life instead of KP's. He will make it as hard as humanly possible.
They should be able to spot that rotation out if it does come true on Talon's end. Mikado's still looking for play down bot. They scan out. KP is very deep in here.
He's in by himself. The Tombstone's kind of just been left to go, I think. The Soul Rip is there. Force is still dropping. Actually denied off by KP, so no gold to go the way of Force. And now with Makoto around, they take him. It seems like Talon have recognized Force is the main problem here on the side of Polaris. And they just continue to make this Viper's life a living hell.
Yeah, with Force just being forced to on bot. I mean, the top lane's just so much more. He's having to respond to the clump ups every time. They are allowing Savage to farm. He's got the defusal up. He's going into the Ags next. But they still need to keep stalling. And again, it's coming at sacrifices now, while allowing Polaris to also get that build up on Natsumi.
Yeah. Mid lane. Push is going. Siege creep is up. Talon. They've got the Tombstone to play with here from KP. They've got the Echo Slam of Q. Again, no blink to set up, but it won't matter. They've still got the spell ability ready to go. If a fight does get forced out, they won't catch Lelouch, but they are still doing so much damage into the tier 1 that Fisher made it rather awkward. Now Lelouch, he does get jumped. They pounce on him, and the Echo Slam. It's going to make sure he cannot make it out. AU could not save as Savage will dive right in. He'll find another. The Omni down. Talon, they'll find 2 and the tier 1 mid tower. And that's exactly what you want to see if you're a Talon fan. No 2 ways about it. It's either the fight or Roshan they're going for. Talon, they don't exactly have the best Roshing lineup, so they'll try and force a fight. AU is going to be spotted on the Omni. It's not the biggest kill in the world, but it is something. Makoto, he'll go ahead and take it. He'll save the DD rune. Only pops the Rolling Thunder.
Pounce with the charges on the Pounce. You do have to kind of clip in that Ember, clip in the PL if you manage to somehow find that angle. And it is up now for Savage, so you might look to play here.
Absolutely, they definitely want the fight. Talon, they are moving into that Radiant Triangle. Savage right in by the T2 tower. 4 staff away from AU, just trying to get away from this Slark with the Rolling Thunder. Gonna lock him down. Now they found Force. They found Natsumi. That's the Phantom Lancer being caught, and he is gone. Q is not wasting any time with this Echo Slam. He drops it immediately. They even got Xavius. In they go for more. Into the tier 3 tower. They will find Force from the Viper. 4 down. The only survivor being Lelouch for Polaris Esports. But Talon, they have hit a timing. And my God, are they abusing it.
That is just insane value immediately from Savage. I didn't expect them to instantly find
Really no signs of slowing down. In fact, Natsumi is going to be spotted. Makoto immediately into the Rolling Thunder. His team is nearby, and he can just perma-start this PL. Where's the doppel? He hasn't got it yet. Count this in. Savage right on to that Phantom Lancer. He does at least get away for a little bit, but Savage is not done. He gets another pounce. He gets the Pos 1 PL down for 45 seconds. And the voice lines keep going. Talon into the T2 top. They'll back off for now. Maybe try for Roshan. And that's where they're headed.
They've got the opening for it. I mean, Mikado with his confidence in that fight, just showing up knowing that with Q, they could buy so much time. We've seen this multiple times out of Talon in this game already. Just great Fisher block into the chain stuns from the rolls. And Savage again, leaving that thread through the needle with these excellent pounces to follow up. And just secures them a big objective, widening that lead 3 to 15, 11k up, first rush of the game, and going
such a long way.
He's even going for the Aether Lens first now. He's got that queued up, so he understands with a longer game, Spirit Lance spam has to come in. Trying to go for a sneaky smoke here, Mike, on the left side top lane.
Look at the pound, Savage. He's right in. He's right onto the PL. Stunning him up, leashing him up. There's the Fisher. Q, not letting him go. Mana's down. He is gone. He does have buyback for this fight if they need it. Q, he will go down as well. Lelouch setting up Savage. He's forced to BKB, but he just keeps fighting. He is getting a lot of stacks through here from the side of Polaris. The Savage is going to back off for now. Back into the T3 tower. Polaris are the ones that need to find a way to defend this. 16k advantage here for Talon. At least with the Vibe.
She's just kind of dead. You could try Lelouch with a BKB, but the Basher's been up on Mikado for a while. So if they get lucky, you suddenly catch that Ember in a very awkward position. And that just causes even more issues. So your angles are limited here on Polaris.
They're trying so hard to catch the Ember. Q was even there just with the Fisher, but Remnant's away. Lelouch knows. Juan Makoto top lane by himself. Fading forward, he'll get the Rolling Thunder off. Rebound was not there in time, and now the turnaround. His team is cutting in. Slark from the mid lane is trying to enforce this fight. Rebound, while the Rolling Thunder is still going. This Marcy has been caught. Xavier's needs the rebound target, but can't find one. So Makoto's the one to take the killers now. They make the jump in, but Savage on the wrong side of the Fisher will pounce right in onto Force. Gets the Viper, takes all the stats away, but cannot dive too deep. He is forced to back off. You don't want to throw this game back the way of Polaris if you can avoid it as Talon. Because it can swing back the other way very quickly if you Polaris. They just check the Roshan pit for now. Just kind of keeping tabs on what's going on in the pit. Still wrapping around. A very awkward smoke attempt from Polaris. They'll get a bounty for their trouble. It seems like they literally just want to know when Roche is up. That might be the fight they have to take. Smoke broken, hide, disruption is there. Who's going to make the jump in? Makoto, he's around. They can not land the stun in time, and now the turnaround. Talon all over it. And lock down Xavier's, locking down Force from the Viper. Force the BKB usage early on. Force, he will just TP out with this and try to get out. Makoto does not bash through the BKB sadly, but they even down lane Lelouch. Massive kills for Talon.
That's dire straits for Polaris now. Maybe forced to buy back for high ground if Talon does force the issue, and with a buyback commitment, turn around for the Roche. So the output now from Natsumi is huge, but he has to be careful.
Counts in, but forced off away. Natsumi, oh, Savage, he's very, very deep. Yellow Dance is there, he'll turn around into the tier 4 towers now. A lot of damage on that Viper, but is he going too far? Guardian Angel is out. Savage, he finds one, but the Fisher, it's blocked him the other way, but he's got Pounce available if he needs it. He should be okay in just a moment. He's very confident with his ability to just regen through all that damage output.
I think the big issue for Polaris is just the lack of hold for something like the Slark. If you have no hard Hex, you still only have rebound in the chains, and that's just not enough to lock Savage in.
Rebound in again. Hide does get Go down, that's something. They do lose their mid-melee barracks, and Natsumi, he's gonna try to rush forward onto Makoto, but he just doesn't feel farmed enough to actually try and go for any kills.
Polaris can try to be sneaky here, and they desperately need Hyde. Like, he is a big part of these team fights. That Demonic Purge is providing them with the openings. The Disseminate, with the damage you're doing to illusions, just bounces a lot. You need that damage out of Amp. Savage kill?
Savage
poking.
Very aggressive jump in. This is all by himself. He has the depth round, he has the shadow dance, so he'll pop the ulti first. Makoto, however, getting caught, still trying to find Natsumi. Now the fish is there. Q waiting for the BKBs to wear up for that Echo Slam. Won't throw it out yet. Instead, it's Xavius who gets caught out on the Marcy and will drop. AU, he'll be right after. The Omni Knight is gone as Savage. Trying to find a little bit more here on the Slark. KP's gonna find Natsumi. Oh, that Fisher. That's a great block out. Natsumi, he'll topple away, but the Echo Slam gonna lock him down. He is gone. No buyback available. On to Roshan, they call it GG. They don't believe they can make the comeback after the Aegis is taken, and I would agree with that sentiment. Polaris, they will lose game 2 in Talon. They will even out this grand final 1-1.
Yeah, a spectacular bounce back for Talon. For Polaris, I mean, they went back to that same opening, Omni Knight and Morrissey, but the shake-up from Talon there, the change in draft to ensure that, you know, they don't have Mikado on here.
Can't rush for this one. You don't want to go after the Terrorblade while he's too close to that tier 1 tower. Savage.
Oh, Savage.
Oh, here we go. Charge it up. Savage. No real running from this one. We'll see if they can secure the kill, but surely you can. With all these poison attacks, it's going to be too easy. First blood to go the way of Force on the Viper. A much better start. The problem is, the TB is just way too close to that tier 1, but there's your rebound out. They're going to try now. Dispose is there from Xavius. That level 2 poison attack gets right to work. And it's just like you said, John. With the level 2 poison attack, it's just so much more damage. Natsumi really is going to escalate quite fast. Speaking of escalations though, mid lane, Talon, they have grouped up as 3. Get a bit of damage onto that T1. We'll try and chase down AU now on the Oracle. Toss into the laner. Avalanche will connect on both. Makoto will go for a lasso, and this could be a massive pickoff as Lelouch is going to drop, and Makoto is still running, but eventually will go down. AU, meanwhile, has been hurricane biked by Hyde. Xavius back. But it is certainly a successful team fight here for Talon.
It works out in the end. You're not too happy.
We'll just minus the big creep and eventually defend the tier 1, but the damage has somewhat been done. So Polaris Esports, they are trying to chip away at the bottom tier 1 tower, though. Force is doing a great job of that. But the team fight is going to break up the top lane because it seems like the defense is here. Makoto, he does have lasso, rebounds off the mark from Xavius. Dispose is still there into the Doom onto KP, though they don't want that tombstone to fly out. KP is still walking away, however. Lasso is out onto Natsumi instead, and the Doom's the one in trouble. Force, he is going to show up and try to help out. Moving on to Hyde, they'll blow him up with the Laguna. But Makoto, he'll be able to TP just fine. Bit of an even kind of fight between these two teams. Hanging around that triangle. However, Savage, he's just above that dire jungle. Xavius is going to run right into him. This is the real target they want. Smoke broken. Xavius will be very happy with what he's seen. Savage knows he has no way out now. So Doom is going to fly in. That's easy pick up there for Natsumi. That's the big one.
Back off. They keep playing. Keep getting that build up. The lead is still massive for Polaris. And they are kind of lining up for Roche. They still need to pick off to get scanned out here as well.
Jump in, Natsumi. He's got the pulse 3 undying, but a nice avalanche from Q, still the rebound. Xavius is going to make it in time. KP will be forced to die. Polaris, they are in a very nice position to force Roshan now. And they will.
Got really good damage. You pop the Unleash. Doesn't take too long to take care of that Roche. ED is spotted out by Talon, but they're not going to be able to pick it up just yet. They're going to have to surrender that. They got the scan. They saw that kill. They know what Polaris wants to do. Polaris will just get that security for themselves. 2 lives up on the Lush. Everything's kind of lining up right now. Triangle vision still down. They can kind of figure out where everyone's playing, with how great their coverage is, and they're going in the right direction here.
Go Q. get caught out on that +4 Tiny. Does at least have the blink up, so it's not too big of a loss here for Talon. He's already got that item that he really wants, but he is going to drop it. Natsumi will happily take his third kill of the game. In fact, bottom lane, the immediate charge up onto Makoto. He'll BKB and try to run, but the Doom is still available. Makoto going to have to juke out and is going to be alright. Meanwhile, Hyde will also go down mid lane. Force and Lelouch able to find another pick-off.
Middle tower is under attack.
They just managed to make it work. Finding two supports. Not the biggest kills, but it's giving them this opening towards mid. TP rely on Metamorphosis, so her range is always just there in comparison to Terrorblade. And she can also itemize kind of the same way. Going into the Scotty next, you do clear at the top, tier 1, and you've got the blink on Mikado. They really want to use that here on Talon's end. Again, Polaris just don't give any openings, and they'll go for a smoke now themselves. That was under a ward. Talon should be aware.
Got an advantage here, Talon. They've got the high ground. He's going to jump in. They got Lelouch, but no, the TB's been caught. Natsumi, he finds the Derm. That's the execution we just talked about. Such confidence from Natsumi. He just jumps right in, no hesitation. Hits the TB, and that's it. 16.5k of your net worth on Talon. It just goes down the drain.
Yeah, and we saw Mikado go for a lasso play. If AU's around, you're not getting any control here.
They've got to go right now. They know Doom's down. This is the best chance they have before Roshan respawns. Let's see who they find, though. Force breaks the smoke on the Viper. They've got the vision on the high ground. That'll be de-watered by Talon. But Polaris, they might just back off here as Q. He's still going to try and jump in. There's the toss-up. Right into Savage. Force. He'll go for the Hurricane Pike. There's your rebound. With the BKB, he is not dying, but Makoto. He'll go for the chase on the Bat Rider. In goes Savage again with the Eye of Skadi. Slowing the Flame Break, but now the False Promise. It's there from AU. Saving the day, and now Natsumi. He'll jump right in. Who are they going for, though? They get the Tombstone to get started. Meanwhile, Lelouch onto Q. Has found the Tiny, but they do at least find the Viper. It's a 1-for-1. Positive trade the way of Talon. They have to force Roshan right now. There's no choice about it.
Need to take that objective. Without the Viper, you kind of lack hard frontline. The Doom is only 20 seconds away. They've got a window and they go buyback.
It is about to expire, John. They've got the Marcy. Natsumi's in, though. He's got the stuns out. Savage is dropping solo, and now the Laguna. Oh, they're taking him down again. At least Natsumi, however, he does die in the Doom. But, well, Lelouch on the Lina, trying to run. Can he make it? Not quite. He does find one more kill than Makoto. He will drop. KP trying to TP out. Should make it up, but AU can't get the damage off in time. KP. Arcane Rune found out for the Lina as well. Do you force the fight as Polaris?
You're just still up for a minute and a half. With a fresh Ags up on Natsumi, you don't really have much to be scared of. Talon are grouped up for the defense here.
You make the jump in. Lincoln's is broken. Lasso is there. They've got the Lina. That's a massive pick-off, but Lelouch is going to Satanic up and down. The Doom's out with the Aghanim Scepter. Natsumi, he's going to knock down the TB once again. Lelouch survives. They cannot kill him. The False Promise is there in time. Look at this Doom, Natsumi. He is terrorizing them right now. Avalanche from Q. It's going to buy KP some time. Oh man, you hear that Doom sound over and over again. You know it's a disastrous fight for Talon. The Ags reveal, coming in clutch. They're on to the tier 3 mid tower. And Lelouch, he just can't die. Satanic with False Promise, John. It's too hard to kill him.
It really is. And for Talon's part, they used their 4 stabs early, so they didn't have that save for Savage on their supports. They had no way of bringing Terrorblade out. He's been able to every single time. Refresh up on Natsumi. Double AoE Doom. Talon, I mean, there's no play against that. There just isn't. They need to find something. They're also being patient. Smoke out now, though, from Polaris, and they're still holding the high ground here. Talon has not left their triangle. They know what Polaris wants to do. Find a nice rune here for Natsumi as well. So 67-second cooldown Doom after the refresh. They can just look to fight again, even if it doesn't work out somehow.
Makoto's going to break the smoke, does juke out the gang. They're still going to have to try for this. In they go. KP, he's going to pop the first goal on the Doom. It was there onto Hyde of all people, and now onto the TP. They've got the double Doom out. They've got a man fight this. Savage is trying. He will die the first time, but buybacks are there. They'll keep trying for the last fight of the game if they can. Try and turn this one. Hyde, he is still running. Does get rooted up. So Talon are incoming once again. An avalanche up, but it does nothing as now Savage once again caught out by Natsumi. Has no metamorphosis. This could be it. He'll sunder. He'll try. Lasso is there. They're trying desperately, but Savage is just melting to Natsumi. That's a dieback.
This one's afternoon is looking up.
Hide buys back now on the edge. Meanwhile, KP, he will drop as well. Onto the battle rider, Makoto's gone. It's the grand final, they've got to keep trying. But T4s, they call it, they know. Without the TB, there's just no chance. Polaris, man, this third game, they played so clean. It is such a clean game of Dota from Polaris ESPORTS.
Yeah, they play spectacularly well. Again, they go back to the win condition for Lelouch on.
But sewn out the Slarkers. Now Hyde's going to try and get aggressive. To Xavier's, a lot of damage being dealt. One more right click will do it, and they find it. Hyde, great first blood pickup, realizing he was out of position. Again, top lane, getting very aggressive onto Xavier's. It's that level 2 Thunderstrike, and it does so much damage as Hyde. Glimpse back is there. Savage out of range, but it won't matter. Hyde able to secure another kill onto the Coddle, and with that damage on Glimpse now, it's just easy for Hyde.
He's finding some good punishment. It's not really relief.
Equalize lane a little bit. AP will not leave him alone, however, just continues to still creeps away.
Get what you can. Hey.
Meanwhile, top lane, there was a tombstone dropped, as you just saw. Force trying to get aggressive. Forced to back off. Rotations are in. Makoto, he'll join with the EMP Cold Snap onto the Undying. Force cannot decay. Chakra Magic is there. He'll try to survive, but the Tornado is going to connect. They do manage to punish, but here comes Lelouch. He'll at least find Hyde on the Disruptor. Chain's not going to land on Makoto, though. A little bit unlucky there for Lelouch. Minus support for a position 3 trade. Still Xavier's keeping tabs on Makoto. Chakra Magic up on Lelouch, but no, the chains again. Not gonna land on Makoto. Now the Ghosts walk away and they don't have the detection for him. Oh, 2 chains in a row, not connecting on the Invoker. Makoto, he'll be very happy about that. It's Q now, blink forward, trying to find more targets. We'll give the Glimpse vision behind. AU. Still a tanky Omni Knight. His chains are going to connect onto the Q swap, but he is fine to back off. Makoto will back him up with the Tornado EMP. He'll be just fine. Lelouch, he continues with the chase. Chakra Magic will be there, so a refresh, and there you go. Lelouch, he finds something. In fact, Makoto, he's the big target, but a nice Tornado will fly through Lelouch. Does he want to keep the chase going? In comes more TPs. KP, he'll show up. Rebound out onto AU. They found the Omni Knight. He'll try to purify, but it's not going to be enough. AU's gone. Back into the mid lane. Lelouch, he's still playing around with Makoto. Buying time for his team to try and make their way over, but nobody's coming. Lelouch is in dire straits, and he's going to drop. Makoto picks up a double on the Invoker. They are not allowing any openings for Polaris whatsoever this game 4.
Yeah,
They will find him eventually. Problem is, Polaris, they do show up in the same area, so they are ready to protect their Luna. In fact, Tornado, it's going to fly out onto the Keeper. Static Storm will be dropped. They will pick up Xavier's. Savage will take that one. Chains out, but without the Coddle to give you the Chakra Magic onto Lelouch, they won't want to keep this fight going. Polaris, they'll accept the Coddle death.
have to kind of give it away. Talon, they do actually manage to find a tier 1 bot just from KP. He's been given way too much room, it feels like, on Marcy and Force.
Getting caught out again. Makoto not allowing this Undying a game. He'll pick up another. Great performance from Makoto so far, 3-0 and 3.
Go for a smoke play, and they will. And Hyde is also saving up for the axe. And he has not been punished since dying in the laning phase, so if he manages to keep finding these assist kills and gets that build up into the axe time, I mean, even the BKBs won't save you here.
Radiant's top
We go.
tower
Wrap around through the Radiant Triangle. Talon playing a very fast-paced game. AU gonna get caught out. They'll hold him down. Can he buy some time? Buy some space? Not really. He is just gonna drop too much damage from KP. It's gonna take too long to take this tier 1 tower down, especially with the siege creeping coming from the dire side. Still a big group up. Polaris, they want to try and force the fight. Force, he's got that tombstone available, but the tier 1 tower's already gone. Hyde now, looking for a glimpse back into the Static Storm, has found Force once again. That's the target they love to go for, and with the Sonic Wave, they secure. Force drops once again as AU. Tornado, it's going to be enough. Makoto picks up the second. And the Marcy, KP, able to TP out safely. Nobody dropping from Talon. They now hold a 5k advantage their way on the dire end. Polaris in a position where they have to keep grouped up as a team and don't allow single pickoffs here against Talon. They just excel at that with this Invoker Slark combo. Oh, even the Pulse 3 Marcy could just solo you right now. Speaking of that Marcy, KP, he's not going back for that standard bashel we tend to see. Like he's going straight into a nullifier.
They need a way to clear out that Guardian Angel, a way to clear out that save. Marcy is very proficient with the nullifier, focusing one hero down here.
Tornado's not going to connect. Makoto, he gets caught with the chains out. They will make the jump in, but Static Storm is there. Force, he does have a BKB up, so he'll run right through the kinetic field, continuing on to the Invoker. They'll find Hyde, but Makoto's still running. Lelouch is on the chase, but now Savage is going to make the jump in. Chakra Magic there to try and help out with the Guardian Angel, but Lelouch, he's dropping way too low and he's out of mana. He can't keep the fight up. So Talon, they lose Hyde, but they protect Makoto. They won't mind that. In fact, I say that, Makoto's going to jump back in. Force was there in the tree line. Still trying. Rebound is there. Oh, they found Natsumi. Sonic Wave out. They've blown him up. Great setup here from KP is now Lelouch. Still out of mana. In dire straits is going to drop. Mega kill for Makoto.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
This is much more like the Talon we in a position where they just need to do something this game. Into that Radiant jungle they go. Polaris. Oh, Slime jumps right into them. Savage. Balls of Steel onto the Omni Knight. He wants AU first. Guardian Angel's going to be there, but the Shadow Dance has been popped as well. Keep in mind, Savage does have the Depth Shroud to boot, but they look like they have enough to cancel the TP. Bouncing right back out. Get that mid-tier 2 tower now. Talon want another objective for themselves. I say that Savage, he's still dealing with Lelouch down at the bot lane. He's just got so many essence shift stacks right now. Xavius, oh, he tried for the 4-star. He's not making it up. He does go down. KP even trying to fight them from the low ground. Here is this Marcy.
Talon aren't just choking them out completely.
Oh, jump in towards the north. Lelouch, he's a massive target. Split pushing. Talon will find him. Makoto happily taking the kill with the Sunstrike.
All their contribution coming out from Natsumi, so he's just off the farm elsewhere with smoke. High ground still being chipped away here.
And mid-tier 3 tower. Siege, Savage will pounce away, go for the reset. He is a little bit low on mana. Be careful of that, but you've still got the Aegis for 45. He could easily just die and get the reset that way. We go again. KP, he's there as well. Rebound is out. They've got the coddle. That just like the Vice gone without buyback. Force, he's going to try and get something done, but it's only going to be the Aegis. And Savage wants to die anyway. He wants that reset as now the glimpse is there. Hyde setting up onto Force, onto the Undying. He does have buyback at the very least, but there just seems to be no point in committing it. So let the mid-racks go down and hope the Talon backs off. But Savage will not. He'll go for the bot racks now.
I mean, he's got Shadow Dance back up, Death Shroud back up. There's not much to be scared of. Even a cooldown of Static Storm, it's a minute, but if they stall these fights long enough, which Talon has managed to do as well, should be back up in the middle of the next engagement anyway. Just gone for more.
All in a barracks now, Talon. So close to forcing this to a Game 5 grand final here between these two. There's your butterfly. Natsumi does have it up. No buyback gold available, but he's just got to force something. He's going to try to fight. Talon back off again. Very conservative play. 29k net worth lead. They don't want to throw this one, but they are going to go for a 5-man smoke, so maybe a bit of a fake back. You'd love to find Xavius in that coddle, and in fact they do. Pounce is there. He is getting deleted. He is gone for 50. X is out as well. Makoto, he's going to jump in with the Deafening Blast Meteor. It's not going to be enough on Force yet. In fact, Makoto, he's getting chased down by zombies. He's going to be okay with the BKB to turn back around onto Lelouch. What they got? Oh, they've got Natsumi. That's the big one. That's the Luna. That'll put an end to this game as Savage is hitting way too hard. Game 5 on the way between Polaris and Talon. John, it's been dominant one way or the other. I just want one close game in this best of 5 grand final.
Yeah, it's been back and forth. I mean, one game Polaris looks like they just... Power is still a spell that gives you free gold, so you're not going to be cut off from that progression, but the side of Polaris are making it tough.
It feels like this combo of Undying Coddle is probably going to be something that you do. In fact, hold that thought, because bot lane, there's going to be another hook set up here. Set up by AU. KP, he's taking a lot of damage from that Rod Natsumi. Might have First Blood and does. First Blood the way of the punch. You couldn't have asked for a better start for Polaris.
And that's what you want to see. You want to build up the flesh heap stacks here.
Lane he goes. Very close affair between these two teams once again, as now the Flesh Golem and Tombstone, they want to try Savage. No, the Illuminate!
Ooh.
Oh, it doesn't connect! He was a hair off! Oh, how close can you get? Hyde. He's going to try to run. Hyde looks like to be fine as bot lane Q. Oh, he's going to rebound back the way of AU. They find the Bane. Makoto's rotated. Disaster for Polaris Esports.
Roll. So, kind of get a swap out there. Lots of heroes checking up top, though.
Do slow him up. They've got the Soulbind. AU's even going to show up. Illuminate again going to be juked out by Savage. Nightmare will be there though, letting Force get close, and now the Tombstone, but the Doom, it's going to be committed. Here comes Q. He'll try to help out. In fact, the Undying, he's the one dropping too low. He will go down. AU, he gets a deny off. Savage, he does go down in the end. AU saving the day, salvaging the situation. They'll lose Hyde. They'll lose Q and Polaris. They get a 3-for-1. In fact, I say they got one, but they really got nothing. It was a deny anyway.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very cautious. Polaris, this is the target they want. Savage, AU, he's having a look around. The pings are out, they know. Savage, he'll get spotted. AU, where's the Nightmare? He'll pop it eventually, but Makoto, quick rotations on the Pango, not going to allow this opening. AU, he'll try to run. Lelouch now, he's the one caught in the mid-quad. Oh, they find both of them.
The good news is that Radiant structures will be much harder.
Yeah, that's an awkward one. They feel confident for the vision in the backline, but a good TP spot coming out there from Mikado in response. Talon does find it. This aggressive ward's still looking good. Both sides do manage to find tier 1s up top and a down bot here for both sides. Talon needs to take out this vision game. This control coming out, man, they can just stalk Savage. Right now, Xavius just walk into his direction again.
Savage. Force, Tombstone's there. Savage this time does not help the help around him. And he can't find a way out either. TPs eventually do come out, but Q, the best he can do here, I think, is try to work with Makoto as they try and trade against Force, but he is such a tanky Undying. Can they really do it? Look at the refresh. Look at the decay being spammed down. Q's dropping to the Tombstone. He might be another kill to go the way of Polaris as the zombies are just chasing him down. He'll survive for now, but can they kill Force off? The Undying, he's too much. He's too tanky. They're going to retreat. Hyde's now the one in danger. He'll shallow grave TP away and might just make it, and does. Barely, I might add. Just barely. But this chakra magic Undying.
Ward giving them vision on the bot jungle. They know where Talon's farming.
Oh, nice hawk, Natsumi. On target. Had the vision this time. Fiend's Grip there just in case. They are not willing to let this kill go. Natsumi, he'll try for the familiars as well. Hard for them to get away with this rot slow. Yeah, plus 200 for Polaris. Gaben's been too kind to Polaris this series, haven't they, Don? Here we go. Second Roshan. Talon, you'd love to fight. They do find Xavius. That's something. They've got the Coddle down. That's going to put an end to the Roshan. They don't want to fight without that Keeper of the Light. So now mid-tier 1 tower opens up, and Talon, they do move in with the familiars and the sidekick. The courts. It seems like Talon, they've got to be careful with the way they go because they're moving right into the high ground where Polaris is standing, but it's a 4v5. Maybe this is the fight. Savage, dismember out immediately. Force, where's the Tombstone? He hasn't dropped it yet. The Doom is going to be on target this time around. They've got the punch. This might be the team fight. Talon, they're trying. They find AU on the backside. Sonic Wave, Lelouch, he'll try to salvage the situation. Meanwhile, Hyde, he does go down, but they found Natsumi. That's the target they wanted. Talon, they've got the team fight. Oh, Polaris. They forced an ugly fight for themselves. They thought maybe with the high ground advantage, they had enough, but it wasn't quite there. And now Roshan, it goes back the way of the Dire.
I mean, this Roche doesn't take that long. With the Marcy and the sidekick and the familiars, this is where you're going to see that Shrine Roche melting to that output. And Polaris now, they're finding themselves on the back foot. 9-7 still having a kill board on their side, but the lead slowly dipping back towards Talon's way. Aegis going the way of Mikado.
Talon now. K ahead looking very, very strong with Savage. 21k net worth. Polaris, they're the ones that need to find a way back into this game. In they go. Talon, they understand their lead. They do not want to back off. Makoto, he's got the Aegis. Now a refresher orb up on Savage. Who dooms up? You definitely want the team fight now. Polaris, they're the ones that have got to find a way to force a fight and win that fight. Or just keep avoiding. But the more you avoid, the bigger Savage gets. We've seen this from Natsumi. He's a hook. Natsumi, Lincoln's broken. They find the Pango. Makoto, he has gone the first time, but the Doom, it was there by Savage. He'll rush in. He'll refresh. Who's the next target? Savage, he gets Fiend's Grip. AU's got him. The Doom, the Shallow Grave. It buys time. AU ends up going down. Savage will survive with the Sonic Wave. They chase. Lelouch still trying. Lincoln's broken. No mana. It won't matter, though. They lock it down. They have got the quad. Force trying to run. They are in big trouble now. Polaris hook up on the Undying will save the day as Natsumi goes back in, but Talon have got this team fight. There is no saving this one.
Managed to make it work. It was a very awkward fight out from Talon. And not expecting the Lincoln break on Mikado, gets held down. Savage, with a refresh, with all the items he has to use, he just doesn't have the mana pool.
Fight eventually. Makoto, that'll be the Aegis. It's something. Let's see if they can find him a second time and they cannot land the hook. Familiar's still chipping away at that top racks. Rolling Thunder, Makoto, he's literally just going to zone them out. That's it. Zone them out, let the birds do the job. And they do.
Oh, how do you stop this? Like, you can't even kill the siege creeps with Illuminate. It just falls. It's like the point where we might be hitting a dead end in itemization. The Ags here from Xavius might catch Talon off guard, though. So they do have some more AoE hold from Polaris' end.
Oh, Natsumi! He got bashed up, but he has the BKB. In he goes onto Savage, but the Self-Doom is there. Into the Shivers. The Pudge trying to run. Where are you going? Sonic Wave. He's going nowhere but down. The Pudge is out. He has buyback. He can try to commit, but there's 3 heroes down for Polaris. Both supports without buyback. It is getting very close to a call here, I think. It's Polaris, they have not found an answer to this draft. Makoto, he's in, he fills it. Onto Force. We'll back off. No need to risk it. There's your buyback. This will be the last ditch effort, Talon. Are they going to stick around? It's still a 5v3 situation. They're so close to being able to qualify to TI11. Onto the mid-racks they go. Lelouch desperately trying to chip away, but the Familiars, they are the MVPs of this game. They are doing all the work. KP is doing nothing. He's just microing Familiars.
Oh.
It's their last chance here, Polaris. They've got some buybacks. It's a rough affair. B-Ward is there. Talon, they're going to start moving in. Here come the Familiars. Makoto going to move in. Does get a bash, but the hook is out from Natsumi. KP almost losing Familiars. He'll end up getting them healthy as now the jump is in. Doom is out. They've got Lelouch on the Queen of Pain. He has buyback though. He'll buy back immediately. Onto Force. They've got the Undying muted up. Force trying to back off. He has buyback. He'll buy back immediately. In we go again. The Willow is just holding them down. But where's the follow-up? Where's the damage? Who's jumping in? Makoto. He'll be pulled back by Natsumi, but he has the roll-up. He'll be alright. Talon still sitting back. Moving back in. Savage. Self-Doom once again. Looking for some buybacks, but finds nothing. They'll try and deal with the Tombstone, but they cannot. Talon, they might have to retreat. But in we go again. The Familiars, Makoto, he'll get to work on the tier 3 tower. They want Megas. They want the happy death. Onto the Undying. Sonic Wave is out. Makoto, he'll drop low, but he still has that secondary life. He should be alright. They've got the melee barracks. They're onto the range. It's Mega Creeps incoming. Refresh on Savage, he's got another Doom. Here we go, Makoto. Tries, there's the Doom out, Savage moves in. Aeon Disc will be proc, so the Hex does nothing. Polaris, they are holding on.
Yeah. And it's mega creeps up, but they have the wave clearing. They've got great AoE with Natsumo. They're going in.
He's gonna jump in, but the Hex is immediate. The punch is caught out. There's no buyback on Natsumi. He'll go for Dismember Savage. He's just going to go for the man fight. Have Talon done it. They've taken down the pause one punch. They're onto the quaff. That'll be a dieback. I think Talon are making their way to Singapore here, John, as they've got everything they can ask for in this game 5. Genius calls. Congratulations to Talon Esports. So after 5 long, grueling games, they have made it all the way to the TI11 in Singapore. And look at those happy faces. They've done it. Hugs out, smiles, cheering. Oh, it must have been scary, John. It's been a scary grand finals for both sides. But you've got to feel bad for Polaris, John. They were so close to having the underdog Dark Horse story. Oh.